at The Guardian.
Thanks, Prime Minister. Jessica Elgott from The Guardian. Jeremy Clarkson's been at this protest in Whitehall with the farmers, and he says that 96% of farmers will be affected by this tax change. And he asked the crowd to raise their hand if they were affected, and almost everybody did.
Farmers.
Firstly, is that true, or is he spreading misinformation? And are you worried that powerful, famous
Fake
voices
news.
are spreading misinformation about this policy?
Well, look, I'm not going to get into the business of...
Is the Guardian trying to say there's some fake news going on?
I think the facts speak for themselves. As I've said on a number of occasions, for a typical family wanting to pass on through the family, which is a typical case, completely understood, then with all the allowances in place, to pass it on to a child, it's a £3 million threshold. And all of you can check out what that means in terms of the impact. I think the BBC has already done it. But it means that the vast majority of farms are unaffected by this. And I think it's just important that we keep making that clear, but also making clear the huge investment that we are putting into farming, the £5 billion for food sustainability, and the money on flooding and the money on diseases. But in a sense, we need to keep communicating our message. But the figures are there. Nobody's disputing the £3 million figure for a typical case. And once that figure is there, then it's very clear. You can look through the previous claims for relief and work out that the vast majority of farmers are not going to be affected by this change at all.
But,
thank you all very much.
But rich motherfuckers try to hide their cash away for the tax man, which I have no problem with, man. More power to them.
News conference, getting through a lot of stuff.
Will be affected. Go figure, y'all, before you get your panties in a bunch about, oh, the government's coming after our carrots.